it is good to notice the way that you sit and just make sure that you have taken care of yourself in this way. You want a nice grounded sense through the legs, so using props to support is fine. Just gently lean forward as you begin so that your weight just rests through the arms, hands, into the legs and the earth. So you don't need to engage your core. You're just letting your nervous system settle. Let your eyes relax. Notice this feeling of stillness in your hands when you finally stop doing things and sit still. Let your hands get to rest. Connecting with your breathing. And just gradually and gently bring yourself to a gentle upright. Next time you breathe out, let that exhalation help you feel that low belly coming in towards the spine. So that's below your breath, a little toning there. Try keeping that area still and breathing above it. Learning to engage that flying upward lock in the low belly to support the low back in life and practice. Sometimes that hand there to give it the feedback is a nice way of checking in. Breathe above that low belly. And release your hand if you have been holding it on your low belly. Let's connect our minds and hearts to begin. Let's bring your hands together. Let them rest comfortably at your heart center. There's your physical heart off to the left. You can feel it beating. Just take a moment for gratitude for the miracle of your life, your breathing. Let that gratitude just go out to include anything and everything, personal or just a general sense of gratitude. Even if it feels hard to, sometimes there's always something that we can find to be grateful for. And a moment for intention or dedication. Is there someone that you're really holding in your heart? Something. Let your forehead bow down towards your fingertips. Keep your nice upright spine so you let your neck release here. As the energy of the brain goes down into the heart. Let a nice exhale, release. Inhale, lift your chin so your neck is long, breathing in. And let's come to easy twist on the right side. Just a nice way to wake up the spine. Just sit up tall first and then reach across your opposite leg. Other hand comes behind you. Just bring your heart and your face behind you towards the back. Let your eyes rest off the tip of your nose, sometimes letting the eyes close if that feels good for you. Set in place that compassionate attitude towards your body. So take care of it, like keeping things positive. Exhale, just turn your head the other way as if you're looking towards your armpit on the other side. Creating some nice releasing in your body. Breathe deeply again. And release your head and your arms and spine. Breathing in, sit tall. Breathing out, reach across, reach back, gaze back. Start light and then develop the pose so that you feel a nice degree of opening, releasing. Soften the eyes. Breathe steadily. With that soft ocean breath through the nose with sound. It's calming for the nervous system to breathe through the nose. And let's do that little look back and slightly down, like you're trying to see your armpit or your shoulder. Develop that sensation in your own neck and shoulder area. What can you soften? Complete a breath. Release your head and your arms and spine. And then one more thing here, so just below your collarbones, just feel those bony landmarks and come down slightly. These little hollows right here. And we can wake up our energy body, our meridians, by just gently circling that area below the collarbones. And then gather your fingers and do a few thumps. And then let your hands come to fists and join our 8 relatives with a little chest thumping. Wake up our energy body. And then reach your arms back behind you. Breathe in halfway, halfway again. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, a vigorous reach back, halfway, breathe in. Other half. And exhale, relax. And then tipping forward into your hands, release your legs. Come back to your plank pose preparation and bring your right leg straight back so you can stretch out through the back of your leg. Head relaxes, hands spread. So little adjustments in the hands and feet can make big differences sometimes. Find stillness, breathe and release. Now exhale, complete. Let go of that side, other side. It's fine to have a blanket handy for any time we're on the knees if you need cushioning. Engage your low belly, don't forget. Connect with your breath. But we're really gentle with ourselves when we do forget in yoga. We just gently come back to the breath. That's the practice. Come back to the bandhas. Come back to the gaze. Patient with ourselves. And finish the breath. And carefully set your knee underneath your hips. And take your right hip and shoulder towards each other. Stretch out your side body. Just let your head follow. About 5 breaths to feel your lower back lengthening here. One more exhale, sink back. Keep that side bend a little bit and take the arms over towards the right side. So a real lengthening along the left side of the arm and armpit and side body and low back. Relax and breathe one more time. It's really nice to release side bends very slowly, so do that with mindfulness and head up into cow spine. Just gently extend, look forward, lengthen. So we're trying to extend our upper back. Keep the low back steady. And relax to neutral. Second side. So now the left hip and shoulder come towards each other. Relax your head. Just create a nice sensation in your body. Breathe. The tops of the feet planted, making clear connection with the earth in each pose. Breathe into the low back on the right side. Just notice that area. And then keep this shape relatively as you sit back towards your heels and let the arms come over to the left to some degree. Just try to relax into a place where you feel some lengthening on that right side of the body. So we find the shape and then we breathe and soften into it. One more time through the breath. First, shifting the arms back to center and then release. Calf spine, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Letting those legs stretch out, fly upward in the low belly. Take a moment to wiggle and adjust into your shape, your upside down V, and then let your head hang down. Make that clear connection with the earth through your hands and feet. That upward energy in the low belly lengthens the spine. One more exhale. Inhale, shift forward towards a plank. And exhale, back, downward dog a few times. Just find a little flow. One and then the other. Back one more time, breathing out. This inhale shift with the belly high helps you step forward, gives you space to step forward. Work your way to the top third of your mat and breathe out, fold forward. Wherever you reach, straighten your legs as much as they want to. Inhale up to standing, trace your legs. Let your shoulders roll back and down, arms into the sides, spread your feet, release gripping. Standing tall and relaxed with a light engagement in the low belly. Breathe in, reach your arms wide for the sun, gaze up. Breathe out, hands out to the sides, fold forward, all mindfully coming into the forward fold with that breath. Halfway lift and inhale to find the extension. There's a forwardness in this pose in the balls of the feet as we come down. So a little forward to go back. Legs back, hold the earth. Vasisthasana, side plank. It's okay to bring your knee down. Work with yourself. Press strongly into the earth. And just one more breath. And carefully release to the other side. That sense of empowering ourselves with our practice. One more time, deep breath, press the earth away and release. Knees down, come down to your belly. So if you have your hands pretty far away, hug your elbows in, and carefully release out to the belly. Lengthen arms and legs away from each other and lift up. Draw your shoulders down off your ears. Like the super person flying pose. Be determined with your breathing. And one more time. Bring in your arms and rest your head to the right side. Work your shoulders off your ears with your brain. Let your legs relax. Breathe out. Then this time, keep your legs down but a little activated. Super people, sit would have the hands in fists with the thumbs on the outside. Lift your chest off the floor. Inhale, reach your arms, and exhale, pull down towards your shoulders. And relax down a moment. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms, and exhale, pull. There it is. Sometimes I switch that and forget. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more time, strong backs. And relax all the way and turn your head to the left side. Learning how to go from active to resting. Legs relaxing. Clear connection with the earth. Enjoy a nice deep breath. Maybe release the exhale with some sound. Back to center, hands by your chest. Press forward and down to peel yourself up. Tuck your toes, come back to quarter dog. So mindful of the shoulders, be nice and broad here and down off the ears. Tuck under those toes, but be compassionate with them. Deep breath again. Inhale, draw into cow spine. Downward dog, lift up, go back. This time adding the bend of the right knee if you would like, the bend of the left knee. Back and forth, just pedaling out the legs. Complete one more on each side. And then just to hold the pose still for 2 more breaths. Feel that wave of exhale. Bring weight down into your feet. Inhale, shift forward, step forward, half lift, stretching that in breath. Stretch your out breath with the forward fold. Standing up, so press your feet, learning to use your extended spine to stand up with the legs. And reach your arms, stretch the inhale. Exhale, relax what you can, shoulders and heart, hands, feet spread. And interlace your fingers, press forward and up. Release your arms behind you and leave your fingers again. Inhale, draw your hands down, stretch your chest and shoulders. And then forward fold, bend your knees a little bit. Forward fold, carefully bring the arms away a little bit, or they can stay at the back if that feels best. So the work in the shoulders is a softening, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other and letting the shoulder joint just be a soft place. Let your feet release open. One more exhale. Use the inhale to press and rise, stretch the chest, and release the arms. Leave your fingers the other way, inhale up. Exhale to forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Breathe out, right leg back. High lunge. Come on the inside of your knee with your torso. Taking a few moments just to settle into the shape. And adding some variation with lizard lunge would bring the arm the inside and turn out your left foot and your knee in the same direction. And you can really do a lot of different things here. You can come to your forearms, your back knee can come down. So just take a moment to explore in your body, find a spot that feels interesting. And then stay there. You can do a little gentle rocking or just hold steady. A little of both. Really bringing our awareness home into our bodies so we can take care of ourselves. And just give it one more breath time. Release from that deep stretching carefully back to downward dog. Let this be a reset for your nervous system, just learning to take this as a resting pose. Deep breath wherever you really feel a lot of sensation in your body. Breathe into that space for this last breath. And high lunge second side. A moment to settle in, lengthen through your neck. A few breaths just to arrive in the shape. And then bring peace to your face and your heart. Just try to find the sweetness. Breathe out. One more. Transition to lizard. Arm on the inside. Turn out your toes and knee. And then explore back knee up or down in the forearms or not. Find an interesting spot on the side in your hips. Committing to that strength in the upper body here. So we're doing a little planking here in a way, supporting our weight in the arms. I definitely find that staying strong keeps me from having pain in my back. Less pain. Let's give this just a little bit more time. And release carefully back to downward dog. Or keep quarter dog if you want to keep your knees down. With a slightly spiraling out energy in the hands, goes all the way up to the shoulders so they can be off the ears. The neck is free. Neck releases in this pose. One more deep breath. Exhale, weight back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, and then again, inhale, step forward, half lift. Forward fold, release. And let's have a stay. You want to take your elbows, big toes. What's your favorite? Forward fold, 5 breaths. Just releasing across the back of the body, the hips and the low back. Letting the knees have as much bend as they need. Have some awareness of your back body, soles of the feet, backs of the hands, top of your head. And let one more wave of breath pass through. Let yourself feel complete as you exhale. Hands to the waist. Practice that mindful standing. A bend in the knees, press the feet. Keep your spine extended as you straighten your legs, and then come up the rest of the way. Losing my French tuck. And then let's take a triple warrior vinyasa from the top of the mat. Warrior A, slightly short. Step back, bend your front knee. Square your hips and round them. And then, so a little imagination here, we're gonna take the right arm up and back and bend your elbows. So just coming behind your head. So we're imagining taking a quiver out, an arrow out of the quiver. Let your left hand come forward to hold the bow. Lift that arrow out of the quiver, bring the hands together, and then pull open to warrior B. So we have that bow and arrow shape with the arms, holding the hands away from each other and not too strong fists, just lightly engaged. Feel that change in the hips as you open out to the side. Activate, perhaps in your arrow of awareness. Getting ready to transition to warrior C. Just be with this space for a moment, and then hands come together and just release that arrow forward. So kick your back toes stay on the floor, or you just keep trying to find your balance. Even if you catch your balance imperfectly, if it's okay with your body, just try to stay there and make the best of it. And then let's breathe out and come down. Have a free breath. Feel the energy body in practice. Triple warrior vinyasa. A position first. Square forward, ground. Find your feet. And left arm up, shoulder down. Bend your elbow behind your head so that you're reaching back into that quiver. You can rest your arm against the back of your skull a bit. And then taking your right arm forward, imagining you're holding that bow. Draw your shoulder into your body. Breathe steadily. Let the breath stretch into tight places that you notice in your body. And then let's release, get the arrow, notch the arrow, and open foot to the side so hips turn out, and then pull back your bow. Turn your head forward, the fists are engaged but not too strong. You can see the muscles of your arms working. Just stay in this shape one more time. And release the hands forward, shifting into the front leg, lift the back leg. Try again if you need to. And let's come on out. Come out slowly when you can, and let that be. Leave your fingers, accept your index fingers, and cross your thumbs. Step your feet a little wide on your mat. Take up your arms, breathe in. And breathe out, shoulders relax down, front ribs down and together. Squeeze your hands a little bit and look upward. Elbows bend as needed. Exhale, relax the squeezing and bring your gaze down. And now draw 3 big circles towards the right. We can get into it as much as you like with the legs. Let's go slowly. 1. Legs more straight or more bent is up to you. Second one. Squeezing enough to hold the hands together. Come all the way through that movement to the top. Squeeze, look up, breathe in. Breathe out, release your hands down. Leave your fingers other way. Cross thumbs other way. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, front ribs and shoulders down. Squeeze a little bit and look up. So definitely not wanting to hurt our joints in our hands. Just energize a little bit. Actually, it can help release tension and headaches, things like that. Exhale, head down, relax your squeeze. 3 big circles towards the left. Again, the knees bend as you like. Just a little soft is fine, or more bending if that feels good. Second one. Draw a big circle once more. Little squeeze at the top, look up, reach up. Breathe in, breathe out, release, relax. Step your right leg back for triangle pose. So your front, just line up with your front foot already facing forward. Reach up and down with your arms, come over to the side. Engage the low belly towards the spine. Okay, nice. Lengthen the side body, especially the top. You'll feel it more. The bottom of the torso also wanting to lengthen. One more time, explore that idea. Lengthen your whole torso. And then rise up, breathe in, and bend your knee. Extended side ankle pose, maybe some more space between the feet to add that knee bend. Lean and reach. Draw your shoulder into your body and gaze towards your hand. Both sets of fingers gather lightly. Give it one more exhale. Get low, find a little more space. Grow. And use an inhale to come out. Transition to wide parallel feet. Lengthen your spine. Forward fold mindfully. Knees bend as needed. Come on down your legs, out towards your feet, wherever you reach. Ankles, shins, or feet. Head down, shoulders up. Free that space again between the shoulders and the ears. Nice sliding upward low belly. And exhale one more time. Inhale, rise up. And bring your feet a little closer, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat for other side. Triangle first, so let your right foot stay facing forward and step back into triangle. So we're coming into it a little differently than we sometimes do. Hips come out to the side, arms float up as you breathe in. Breathe out, think about lengthening both sides of the torso as you come into this side. The low belly supports the spine in this pose, supports the low back. Turn your head up towards the sky, reach. Everything radiating from your center. Awakening the Manipura chakra at the belly, the city of jewels. Golden yellow, like a sunflower, is that color associated, like the sun's golden light. Breathe out when you're ready. Breathe in. We strengthen our backs as we come up, and then add the knee bend and lean and reach, extended side angles. So that arm reaches way out, bring the shoulder back in. Gently gather the fingers, gaze to your reaching palm. Try not to attach your brain to what you're looking at. Just let the eyes rest in that direction and that steady place. Sense your breathing. And one more time, breathe out. Inhale, come up with mindfulness, turn to wide parallel feet. And then swing the toes outward to goddess. And bend your knees, come down the center line. Each pose in meditative form. And let's take the right elbow underneath the left, just scoop it underneath. Hug your shoulders, take a deep breath. And stay with that if it's feeling nice today, or bring your hands together, fingers towards the sky. Lower your hips and lift your elbows. Enjoying the symmetry and balance. In the legs. Exhale, low in hips, lift in the elbows. And then inhale out into star pose. Not overly striding, just a gentle lengthening of everything. Feel the feet press into the earth. And hands together down the center we go. Make sure your toes are released and down. Left elbow comes under, hug shoulders, deep breath. Stay or come into the eagle wrap, lift and lower. Elbows lift, hips lower. Breathe out. As you come out, notice the foot pressing, and it strengthens all the muscles around your hips as you come up. You reach your arms, relax, and take another breath out in star. Breathe out, float down your arms, and release. Let's do a standing figure 4 stretch. So you might like to have a little wall support. That's fine. Just so you have something if you need it. So we come into figure 4 standing. Take a moment to balance into your right leg. A nice variation here would be the tree pose. Not quite the same, but if you want to do tree instead. So bring your ankle above your knee, hands together, or using a wall with one hand. Try to lower yourself down. Keep your top foot a little bit active. So definitely just wanting to stretch and strengthen hips and keep your knee content. Let your concentration turn on. Find a nice place in your body. And just take one more breath. And you'll really feel as you press your foot to stand up, feel those muscles strengthen around the hip and release. A little shimmy to let go of that effort. Be still. Other side, but turn around to touch the wall if you need it. Spread your foot. Find steadiness for your eyes. So we concentrate very deeply to pull off something like this. Just steady breath and gaze. Carefully come in. Let your hands be where they're supported for you, holding your waist, centering hands. Get into your own low. And counting about 5 slow breaths from here. Feeling free, of course, if you need to come out. One more time, see if you can challenge a little bit lower to finish. Maybe you're already there. Let your inhale energy release those actions. Let your body do a little wiggle. Exhale, be still. And moving towards the earth, reach up, breathe in, gently back. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, right leg back. Bring your knee down, Anjali-asana. Cushion if you need under your back knee. Come up, roll your shoulders back. Take a moment if you need to adjust the distance or reset your back knee. And then arms up and back. So you have a little back bend here where you lift your rib cage, press your pelvis forward, and gaze down. There's a counter pose of the counter gaze with the nose gazing downward towards it. Let this last breath be that, finding that sweet finishing place in the pose. Really press your front foot as you release. Taking the second side. Take a moment to find the nice distance between your foot and your back knee. Rise up, bring your knee out towards your toes. Find a nice release in your psoas. Pelvis forward, rib cage lifting, arms up, shoulders down. Breathe deeply with the downward gaze. One more breath out. Press your front foot and release. Hands out in front, pretty far away. Dip down and lengthen to upward facing dog. 5 breaths, so take a moment to roll the inner thighs up, press the arms straight. Your knees can stay on the floor or not. 4, one more breath. Bring your knees down. Here, come to table carefully and go back to child's with wide knees. Just come down, rest. Lengthen the low back. Let your eyes close for a moment, just letting the brain get a resting message. Deep waves of breath flow through. And breathe out again. Inhale energy gently coming up and bring your feet through to sit down. Your legs out in front, draw your toes back, point your toes away, and then fold in your right knee. Bring it all the way in, open it out from the hip, Try to do a 90-degree out to the side. So towards that if you can. Activate your extended leg. Twist and face your extended leg and breathe out. Come forward. Gradually lengthen out. Let your hands connect to the earth or your leg or foot. Connect to the sound of your breathing. And be in compassionate connection with your body. A little bit of a longer hold here. Oh, just about halfway point. See what you can relax. Where's the sweetness? It's like we're allowing our bodies to release instead of trying to make them. We're allowing the body. Just notice the next exhale and soften, release any efforts. Inhale, come slowly back upright. Release your hip and your knee and come to the other side so that fold in. Open to the side, maybe out to 90 degrees or in that direction. Angle towards your straight leg. Inhale, long spine. So exhale, take that long spine forward and gradually slide out. Take your foot, or doing this variation where I just ground my hands, reaching out. Just initially checking in, making sure everything feels okay. No stress anywhere, just some awakening, lengthening sensations. Samasvriti pranayama, same waves of breath equal. Just let that be a natural, equal like the ocean waves. What can you soften as we come to the last few breaths? Breathe out one more time. Inhale gradually, draw yourself back to upright. And release your hip and your leg. And let's do a heart lifting pose. So bring your fingers back behind your hands behind you, fingers forward. Lean back into your hands with your elbows bending. Point out your toes and lift your chest. If you would like, press your arms straight and lift your hips. And so your head can go back or keep it neutral if that's more comfortable. One more time, energize. Squeeze your glutes if you're lifted. And release back down, or just release from your heart lift into Baddha Konasana, feet together. So we go from that back bending to forward bending. Knees apart. Yeah. Bring them in close or have them further away. Yogi's choice. And come into forwardness. Extend the spine forward and then let your head release. Remember to let the inner feet release from each other. Just keep the heels together. And then round your spine some more. The low back is extended, stays extended, but let your upper back and head round downward. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, keep your feet. Let's take the hands back to just behind your neck on either side. Bring your fingers back. I'm gonna get underneath my shirt so I can squeeze those muscles for a minute. Just give them a good squeeze and release a few times. Squeeze and release. And feel their warmth from the practice. One more squeeze. And release your hands and your legs. And lie back. You can do this with the legs straight or bent. And if you round your spine, tuck your chin. You can come down safely, carefully to the back of your body. And bring your knees into the bridge. Make that connection with the earth. So the spine all the way through the neck and head, centered. Hands and feet round. It's helpful to have your feet in close to your body and a little bit wide. Gives you power. We inhale, come up. Not overly squeezing in the glutes. Just try to press into your feet. And let's challenge ourselves to lift up the right foot off the floor, trying to keep the hips level. So you can just lift up your foot. It can be anywhere. But trying to level the hips is the project here. Really press your foot on the ground one more time. Bring the right foot down and release your spine down too. All the way to resting. Let your knees do some windshield wipers side to side. Back to center, second side. Inhale up, feet nice and close, let your spine lengthen. Lifting up your left leg now, just lifting the foot off the floor or stretching it out into the air in some way that helps you attempt this one leg bridge. Trying to bring levelness to the hips. It's okay if they're not going to be all the way level. Have a little determination for one more breath. Determined, strong, and then let it be. Let everything release. Windshield wiper the legs. Just let your arms come out shoulder level, palms up. And gather your knees into your chest. Let your low back lengthen. So we can do a little bit of just some circling into the low back, both ways. And then let the knees come out wide. Let the legs come out wide. And rest them into your hands. Draw your toes towards you. Pull your toes away. And neutralize your feet. And then bend the knees, come to happy baby pose. So you can really hold on the inside or outside, anywhere that it feels nice in your body. And keep adjusting your head and neck so that your neck stays long. Feeling that the forehead is slightly higher than the chin. Breathe out once more. And release your feet down. Let's take a resting twist on the back with the crossover legs. Taking your left leg over your right and going over towards the right side. If this is not comfortable for your body, do one of the other ones. Just the uncrossed legs or one knee across. So one variation with the legs to stretch that top hip, especially turn your head and arms in the other direction from your knees. Relax and breathe deeply. Let your eyes be closed or open, whichever brings you more peace in this moment. So with the practice, we're very much in our bodies with our awareness, resting on the floor, the earth beneath us, the sun and the air all around us. Notice how your breath will become soft and restful. And just one more time, give yourself a moment to refine that a little bit and breathe again. Very careful release to center, uncross, relax your spine. The second side, just see if it works for your hips and your spine on this side. Have the crossover legs, if it brings that nice stretch of the top hip as you come across. So just come across to a nice amount for your body. Let your head turn, let your arms relax in the other direction. Come back to that idea of letting the eyes soften or close, which is more peaceful. So we have these non-attached eyes if they're open. There's that wall or whatever. Just let the light be what you notice and just feel your body and breath. Let a breath finish. Release back to center, uncross. Have a moment if you want to go ahead and stretch out, but just finishing with little upside down legs or shoulder standing, which is a nice release for the upper back. So what's going to bring you the most happiness today? Like resting your legs on a wall, that's lovely. Just up in the air. Or hoisting up your hips and coming into that shoulder stand or cloud shape, if it works. Three more breaths. Let them slow down. And begin letting go of whichever upward leg pose that you have been practicing. Bring the knees into the body so the low back lengthens as you release and stretch out your legs. So notice your upper body and press the back of the skull and elbows to lift up your shoulder blades and then settle them down and together. Center the back of your skull. Let your arms and legs release open. Deeply breathe in, stretch that inhale. Breathe out with sound, let it gush. Let the breath continue as a supportive force, just let it be. If staying connected to your breath helps you rest, then do that. We just want to let ourselves unravel all the doing and efforts, just letting the being happen. Trying to let the mind be still in leaving the mat. Continue to observe, just slightly aware. Here's a poem called Thank You by Ross Gay. If you find yourself half naked and barefoot in the frosty grass, hearing again the earth's great sonorous moan that says, you are the air of the now and gone, that says all you love will turn to dust and will meet you there, do not raise your fist. Do not raise your small voice against it, and do not take cover. Instead, curl your toes into the grass, watch the cloud ascending from your lips, walk through the garden's dormant splendor, say only thank you, thank you. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalayantam nyayena margena nayim maisha go brahmanebhyaha shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om. A prayer for leadership and may all beings in all the realms find freedom and peace. Release your stillness. Just gradually make your way back to your seated pose. Shining the gratitude upon your body for all that you were able to do. Back to your intentions or dedication. May peace and peace and peace be everywhere. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. We hope that your bodies feel good and your mind feels settled.